The first one is one that Walter sent to me in text, Walter Atkins. Wanting to please him, should it ultimately be transformed to an I get to or I get to want to do his mindset, which I think would also help increase the results chasing, i.e. I get to do this, result chasing, would this be a better mindset?
No. I don't want us getting into that sort of mainstream of Messianic or whatever who wants to say, well, we don't have to keep commands, I get to do it. Okay? You don't have to keep commands. If you want the result, you have to keep the commands. So you need to remind yourself, I want this result, which means I have to do what gets the result. Okay? Okay, I want to get healthier in my body, in my eating, whatever, which means that I can't then go and eat cake every night. Okay? Because that's not, I have to not do that, right? There's things that you learn, this is something I have to do, not that I get to do. If I want the result, I have to do certain things. I have to give up this or give up that, or start doing this and start doing that, okay? And so I don't like that mindset of I get to. You know why you get to? Because he made you aware of it, which means you get to make a choice because now you know there's a choice. But if you want choice A, which is the forever, you have to do, okay? Now you don't have to do if you don't want choice A. Choice A requires you to do, okay? So I don't, because I listen to a lot of Messianic teachers out there, Hebrew roots, whatever they want to call themselves, who say, well, we don't have to, but we get to do this stuff. Nonsense, okay? You don't have to do it if you don't want the result, but you're not going to get the result. You know, I have people come for coaching, okay, and I don't do coaching at this point, but I've had people come for coaching where they'll say, you know, how do I get from here to here? And I tell them how to get from here to here, and then they skip a few steps. And I'm like, then they wonder why they didn't get the result. They said, because you have to do all the steps, okay? If you're making a recipe, like you're cooking something, you can't just leave out something or put whatever other thing you want to stick in the recipe and think it's going to come out exactly the way it said it was going to come out, all right? You have to do it what it says. Well, it said put half a cup and I put 2 cups. Or it said 2 cups, but I didn't have 2 cups, so I only put 1 cup. Well, it's not going to get you the result that was expected if you did it right, okay? And that's what you have to understand. You know, if you don't do the steps, you're not going to get the result. There are steps to getting the result, okay? Like, I mean, look, you want to get in shape? It's simple. Move your body, eat better. That's 2 things. What does that mean? That's what you got to go look up. What kind of movement works best for you? What kind of eating changes your habits so that you are going to get it? But it's really 2 things. What goes in your mouth and moving your body, okay? But now the rest of it is the details. But you can't sit docilely not moving your body all the time and just eat whatever you want and expect to get some result, okay? I watch a lot of people on health, and especially in getting in shape, and I make sure I note exactly what they did, so if I do the same thing, I should expect the same result. If I do something different, I can't expect the same result, okay? Because I didn't do the formula. This is the formula for kingdom access. This is the formula for life extension. These are the steps required. You can't skip them, leave some out, or do things any which way you want. Now, he leaves you with a lot of stuff you can do whatever which way you want, but the things he says in here, they must be done, okay? Now, you get to do them because he decided to call you, open your mind, and let you know that they were available. That's why you get to do it. So you get to make a choice. You didn't know there was a choice before. Now you know there's a choice. Now you know there's things you can do that bring you to the kingdom and things you can do that don't.